Hi there, my name is Brian Smith and I am a computing teacher at William Wood High School. Today we're going to be looking at some study skills that will help both you and your child prepare for their examinations and for their prelims as well. We're going to start off by looking at a quick summary of the computing science course. Now, the computing science course, it breaks down into two different units. The first unit is software design and development. The second unit is information systems design and development. So, first of all, we're going to look at the assessment and how your child will be assessed and how they will be graded in the computing science course. Now, there's a 60-40 split percentage-wise. 60% of the final grade will come from their examination. 40% will come from assessments they complete in class. The first unit, Unit 1, has an assessment. This is our software design and development. So they will undertake a programming task where they will also make documentation to go along with the programs. They will also report on software and compare different software packages, and finally they will answer some questions based on some programming tasks that they completed. Second unit is information systems design and development, and again there is an assessment that comes under that. They will undertake an SQA coursework task which will combine both the first and second unit in that assessment. So as I've said previously, 40% of their overall grade will come from these two unit assessments. The second component is the paper that they will complete under exam conditions. That will be worth 60% of their final grade, and that will be 90 marks in total. Homework is something that maybe doesn't always lend itself to computing science because we're a technology kind of based subject. So we would only encourage homework when it's some written work that the pupils can take some work home with them. This can include things like homework booklets and homework sheets. Things that you can do to help and things that your kids can actually do to help themselves. From December onwards, we would encourage maybe purchasing a book or asking to borrow one from the school. We would recommend either the John Walsh Computing Science book or the Computing Science Success Guide, which we actually do provide to your kids. The revision pack we also gave at the end of last year, before Christmas. We provided some past papers, a success guide, which is the same success guide I've mentioned in the books, and we also provide some unit guides as well. Websites is another big way we would definitely encourage people to study. BBC Bitesize has a great section on National 5 Computing Science. Also, Past Computing is a helpful website. And finally, the NPFS, which stands for the National Parent Forum of Scotland, they have a helpful section for National 5 pupils as well. Final thing we would encourage is we do often provide supported study and an Easter school within William Wood High School. So if your kids have the facility to attend one of these sessions, we would encourage you to encourage them to do so. This is just a little look at the actual assignment itself. It's showing you how the marks are broken down. Now, this is an example assignment that your child will be asked to complete in class. Analysing the problem is usually worth the 10 marks. 40 marks to building a solution to the problem. This would usually involve the process of design, implementation and testing. So designing in paper, actually creating a program and then testing it afterwards. Finally, they will then report on the solution as well. Now this is the combined assessment which takes in both the units, the SDD unit, the software design and development, and the ISDD unit, the information systems design and development. So this is usually carried out before the prelim, sometimes after, but it's usually a combination of both the units that your kids have studied. Just to finish off, we're going to look at some helpful study tips. The first thing is plan ahead. So work out in advance how long you have to study, work out how many subjects you have to study for, and try and figure out how long you can dedicate to each subject. But make sure that you're not spending all your time studying for your first exam. After your first exam, you might not have enough time to fully prepare for your following ones. So make sure to plan well in advance. The second thing would be to download the My Study Plan app. You can enter your exam timetable and it generates a study plan for you. So that could possibly help you be a bit more organised. The third thing we would say is to do with technology. Now, although I've just encouraged you to download a piece of technology, when you're actually studying, we would say that try and keep away from technology as best you can. Parents and teachers were all aware that things like mobile phones, the internet, tablets, etc. when your kids are at home and even when they're in class, they attempt to spend a lot of their time using these devices. When they're studying, it's going to be the main form of distraction for them, and it means that they won't be studying effectively. So if possible, one, plan how long you're going to study for in advance. If it's going to be half an hour, make sure you plan that in advance so that you've got a good time scale. And second of all, try and stay away from technology if you can. Fourth and final thing would be sleep well. Now this can help your memory. It helps your memory keep all of your information that you've just learned by studying. And secondly, it can help you feel more relaxed as well. So if you go into an exam and you've only had an hour or two sleep, it's not going to help you feel the best prepared. So we would encourage, get as much sleep as you can. And finally, thank you very much for your time, and we hope that something, if not all, of the content within this study skills video will help you and your child attain well at William Wood High School.